Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. First of all, I want to say thank you for joining me for the live stream. I know it's a little bit earlier today. Interesting enough, we have some things going on. We actually have a party to go to. But right now, if you looked at Michigan, we are seeing severe thunderstorms. So not exactly sure what that is going to look like, but ultimately we'll check it out. So we got Milton here, Brain Blaster, Jay, Kevin, Sparkling Water. The fam is here too. What is going on, guys? So we're going to go ahead. We're going to do some summons today. We're going to try to finish out 3648. So I was talking to a lot of guildies. This is probably one of the worst stages that players are stuck on because it does have two Floras, guys. First stage has Flora. Second stage has Flora. This is the stage that so many people were stuck on for a considerable amount of time. Even harder than stages into 37, 38, 39. They said this was kind of the stage that they were stuck on. What's going on? Driving with Miles is here. Javid, Dark Blaine, Pecco, Hyatt, all of the regulars are joining us today. All right, guys. Like I said, let's go ahead and we'll get into some summons. We're looking for the brand new hero. We're looking for Hypogens. We're going to do some desired summons there. Trying to pull him out. I love his avatar frame. If you guys haven't seen his avatar frame yet, it is a very, very sharp looking avatar frame, which is right down here, guys. That is awesome looking with his one green glowing eye. Very cool. 3648 or 3540. Yeah, again, it seems like a lot of the Flora stages are where people are getting stuck and they are getting demolished in the Flora stages. So just hop down, we'll go ahead and we'll collect up our loot. All right, so we do have a couple summons in here with our stones. Hopefully with the viewer summons, any time that we do the stream summons, we do pretty well with the stones and with the summons. What's going on, Milo? Bloody Star is here. Tam, Dale is here as well as Q. All right, so we got 4 stones here, which gives us not too bad. We got a little bit of food, got an almas. Still hoping someday they will rework Almas, and we do have a copy of Row in there as well. We'll hop over here and do some summons for him, but first we'll go ahead, we'll use our companion points, 277 of these. Got Rose 2 ascended and just unlocked the tank avatar last night. Very nice. Yeah, Rose is good. We've seen Rose with Mahira lately, and that really seems a very strong combination. I'm now standing at the Hypogens 334 tower because there's a Flora. Yeah, I heard that, Sheen. A lot of people have been talking about the Flora stages in there. That 344 Flora, I think, is where a lot of my guildies are stuck as well because of Flora. And you only have limited heroes to use against Flora. So it's really tough on that stage because there's not much of a counter. You have to burn through the team fast enough to get her down, which, again, I heard a lot of players are not making it through their Sheen, that it's just the levels. As you get further in the levels, you just kind of over level for it and can get through there. Planning on building Flora. Is she good? Yeah, Flora is really good, Jay. The big thing with Flora is if you're building Flora, you cannot use her in the Thorn Cheese, which is what we've seen on a couple levels, is if you're using her in there, it doesn't work very well. Let's make sure we put Hypogens in here, which I thought I did. With the haste reduction that Flora brings, if you have her in there with Flora, it doesn't work because Thorin takes less damage, essentially, which doesn't work. There we go, guys. A copy of Desira in that one. We have one of our scrolls here for our faction summons. Hopefully it is going to be a copy of him. Just a little bit more food. We have a lot of food at this point, guys. We have stockpiled a lot of food. So how you doing? Good. Yesterday we spent all day at the beach. It was absolutely amazing. All right, guys, 19,000 diamonds. We have 7 copies of him. Remember, we do need 8 to take him to Ascended, so we'll definitely be close, but we have a month till the reset. So hopefully throughout the month we can pull another copy of him. Yeah, Bloody Star, that's exactly Flora in the campaign, Flora in the towers is what everybody hates. Absolutely hates dealing with Flora. It is just a pain. So some rare ones there. We only got 20,000 diamonds so far. So we know this next one will be a pull. I'm hoping we get a double. A double. Very nice double pull of Hypogens that unlocks him. And I've seen a couple stages that players have been using him. It seems like overall he's getting destroyed in the campaign stages. But if you put him with particular teams, with All Negres, a couple other formations have been working pretty well. But that is very nice for a double right there. All right, so we got 3 more summons. Got a couple more rare cards. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3 again. Hopefully it's another double. It would be awesome to see just another single there. So we're not going to have enough to get him up to Mythic Plus. That's okay, guys, because that was really close there. 1 card on the table. Hopefully we can pull another copy of him. It is a copy of Thorin. Very nice. So Sparkling Water, the big thing, the Crimson Flower is made for pillage. Right now, utilizing the pillage. So all of when it comes to the Isle of Gold, you can build defenses for your resources, or you can build offensive for pillaging. I've pillaged a lot. I've pillaged every day since it has come out, Sparkling. The big thing is I haven't been able to find any loot. I talked to, I got a message on there this morning from the Soviet Gamer that said, hey, pillaging gets better when the towns are higher. On the test server, I haven't been able to find any higher towns to pillage. So right now, it didn't seem like pillaging was worth it because I'm not finding any loot out of it. So instead of defending my own village, it was kind of a trade-off building the Crimson Flower and other ones. Because if you're building the 3 offensive buildings to pillage, you're not going to be able to build the defensive buildings for your own place. So again, it's going to be an interesting trade-off in there when it comes to the Isle of Gold to see exactly. I don't plan on pillaging is what I'm looking at right now. So I don't need those buildings. I can do more offensive buildings or more defensive buildings in my town, which was the big reason. All right, guys, so we still have Moriel in here. I think we need 1 more copy of Moriel, and she will be done as well, which would be awesome. So hopefully just a couple cards. And look, Yanis is summoning Walker. We're stargazing for Walker in here, guys. Guess they really wanted to pick up that avatar frame if that was the course. Boom, nothing with that one either. Yeah, definitely. D-King got a couple copies there of Hodgkin. Very good to see. And guys, I just got out of that last event that we had, that last chest. We got a copy of Wukong, and I wanted to save this one. So there he is, guys. Wukong for his final copy. Now he goes to 5 stars, guys. So he is done. My first official 5-star Celestial hero right there, which is awesome. So it puts him down here on the bottom. He is completely maxed out. The good thing about this, though, is with having him maxed out, in here, the Labyrinth store, these do turn to Twisted Essence now. So every time that we do the Labyrinth and we get our tokens, we're getting more Twisted Essence every single time. In addition, if I get more copies of Wukong, I can actually swap them in here. So Wukong copies will actually swap in here. And I can trade them for my choice heroes, which is going to be awesome. I can do 2 copies of Wukong for a hero in here. So as we get Wukong maxed out, as we get Flora maxed out, I can swap it for other heroes in here, including the Celestials and Hypogen heroes. There you need 3 to 1. So it'd be cool to be able to swap those out as I continue. Because Lilith gives us Wukong, Lilith gives us Flora. It'll be very cool to be able to swap all of those out for other heroes. So I'm just going to stockpile, again, those copies to continue building those out. Is it worth summoning new heroes instead of stargazing? It really depends, because for me, with new heroes, is we take them to Ascended to get the avatar frame, but I like getting the loot. I like getting the essence out of there. We get some more cards out of there, some more food. It's really a personal preference. A lot of players will not get the new heroes out. They'll not summon the new heroes out. I would not stargaze for the new heroes particularly. It's kind of a personal preference, because I know I'm going to build them to Ascended. and I have to build more Ascended heroes to stay within the Fabled realm. If not, you get actually kicked out of the Fabled realm. So that is the reason why I build more heroes and I build them more towards Ascended. That way we can stay within the Fabled realm, which is the reason. Yeah, Hypogens seems like he is worth building. Again, there's been quite a few formations where he has been utilized. We've seen him built up a little bit. He's worked with All Negrez very well. I've seen a lot of videos of players that have utilized him very well. He brings a ton. He brings, you know, the attack rating reduction. He brings the attack bonuses. He brings the crowd control. He brings a lot to teams, and that's why players have been building him. Yeah, Bloody Star. They were stargazing for a walker. Island of Solitude is all done on the test server, so we still have, I think, like 4 or 5 days left. It is all done. I've completely maxed out the test server for the Island of Solitude. It is just a very slow grind. That's been really the big thing. It has been a really slow grind for the Island of Solitude. I feel like it was a big time sink for minimal rewards, honestly, which is never what I want to put more time, especially when you run 8 accounts to go ahead and do. What's going on, FF Machine? Thanks for joining us. Well, Hodge can be useful in the AE. JG, usually not. So when you look at the Abyssal Expedition, remember, it uses the classes. So it'll use this class. So if you're looking to build up the tank class specifically, you'll have to put relics in it. Most of the time, tank relics within the Abyssal Expedition are not really that good. Most of the time, we don't utilize the tanks within the Abyssal Expedition, just because out of here you have Grez, and usually Grez is about the only one for bosses that people utilize. You can build, you know, your celerity, you can build up your mage. It works a lot better. The warrior works a lot better. Most people don't build tank. Yep, so I don't see him being utilized in the AE. Did you find it close to the end? FF Machine, it was really easy. So the Island of Solitude, guys, I completely maxed out. Like I said, I have, I think, 5 days left. So we're not even remotely close on the test server of being completely maxed out. I ran the farms the entire time. I ran the fishing the entire time. Even the boat on the test server is at 100%. Here we're at 52 already. She's got 24. This will replenish with 20 before it's out. So Shamira will actually just sit in the boat the entire expedition. And then just picking up the chest. I haven't done the voyage yet, but we'll do that shortly. Overall, again, it's a really slow grind. Even with a couple days left, you have more than enough stamina. Now we know you do get more than enough stamina to go ahead and build all those out. Your Inoki copies is feeling lonely. Yeah, we can look at this. So right here, we were building Walker. Walker left the ship. So he is, I believe, completely gone at this point, which he is. So we can hop in here, and we were building Thane. He's really the only other one that we want to build out of here since we don't have any more light bearers. Rowan is already maxed out, so we can use a couple copies in here. But we're going to build up some copies of Thane. Again, we were building Walker, but look at all the food we have here. So there is Mythic. And again, we're building these up, guys, to stay in the Twisted Realm. I know Dark just said that he got thrown out of the Twisted Realm, which is not what we want to happen. So there we go, guys. So he is ascended. We can even throw some stars on him as well. 2 stars, 3 stars. So we're starting to get a lot of these heroes that are not really the best, pretty built, which is good. Because again, Walker, we're just going to go ahead and wait for. And Oscar, I think Oscar is probably about the worst hero for players to build. Honestly, since we didn't pick up Walker and we weren't focused on Walker, there we go. But we can definitely build him out here. So there is Thane and Oscar, guys. Both of them built. Again, we were just sitting on food. So now I think the only light bearer we have left is going to be Walker. So there we go, guys. Just like that. From elite to 5-star ascended. There we go. Very cool. And that's how we want to build them out, guys. It's going great, Jack. How are you guys? I had my Mr. Mythic Plus Entendre just work on the boat. Yeah, I did the same. Not providing yet, but might want Hodgkin built for the next AE since he's a solid buffer. Also, Hippo, have you ever thought about getting Thane max for the AE? Yeah, we'll build out Thane. We'll build out them. So that's all the light bears short of Walker. So that's really the worst one. Isn't Rain worse than Oscar? No, because Rain provides a buff. Guys, that's a big thing with Rain is Rain provides a buff against the bosses, which is awesome. This right here, this 3 of 9, gives a 30% damage increase to all the targets. That's the reason why a lot of players still use Rain, is that 3 of 9 furniture. But guys, that is for the light bears. We have Walker left. Everyone else is ascended, which is awesome. In here, we are building Taily, which Taily is now up to ascended. We need copies of Warwick. We need copies of Brutus. We need copies to build up Inoki, which is who we're focused on. Because here we have one copy. We have a little bit of food here. We can actually build him up just a little bit higher. There's Legendary Plus. It's going to be interesting to see because I think Dolly's already alluding to a new hero which is coming. There's a new hero that Dolly has been talking about already. I believe for Wilders we already have done. We already have food down here. So hopefully it's a Wilder would be cool because we have food in there. And then Graveborn, we are just waiting for Hodgkin. Everything else, which Thorin is already at 5 stars. We can go ahead and use a copy of Thorin. That's it. We have him at Legendary. We'll build him out definitely before the next AE. When we get diamonds every week, we can continue our summons, taking him at least to Mythic Plus. Then Wukong is done. All right, guys. So we got a lot of heroes built up there, which is awesome. 111, 112, 113 Elder Tree. We also got some unions in there. Because there it is the first time that we got Thane. And Thane is almost done. Oscar is done, which is awesome. Yeah, Rain is really good. What's going on, Antonio? Rain, again, for bosses is really good. Oscar is used in some high-level deficiency light bear. Yeah, that's really the only thing I could see him for, is possibly using him in the light bear tower. Just like a lot of heroes, that is really the only place. There we go. So we got 300 more out of there, which is awesome to see. Looks like we got some more achievements for finally building out Thane. One of the first heroes in AFK Arena. All right, guys. So let's go ahead. We're going to hop right into the campaign. Let me see. I think we got some Poke coins in here. We have 30,000 Poke coins, guys, which is awesome. Baden is only used for one boss. Yeah, Baden's another hero that definitely needs something to make him work. Again, we're leaving Sophia in here at the 8 to see exactly what we can get. But a lot of other heroes, I want to see if we can get 9 of 9 just naturally out of here by pulling her 9 of 9 piece. We've done it with 4. We've done it with 4 heroes as of right now. There's a piece. Is it? It is Scrag. I was hoping it was for Sophia. 4 heroes we have taken to 9 of 9. I just must have absolute incredible luck. And there's a double, guys. More Real and Merlin. Very nice pull there with the Poke coins. This is the pay-to-win account that we don't spend any money on. Which is funny. Very funny to say. But yeah, ever since the engravement has started, we have not put a penny in this. Absolutely nothing as of right now. There's another copy for Raku. Even all of our cards expired. All of the Noble Societies expired. So right now, until we see it change a little bit, we are just going to wait. Wonder if the engraving for all 4 will prevent... That's what I'm thinking, Sheen Evil. And that's what I want to see. Right there's another piece for Scrag. I'm going to be interested to see exactly the impact of engraving on the other 4 heroes. Or on the other 4 factions, which are going to be the good ones. So that gives us 3 of 9 with Raku. that takes us to 9 of 9 there with Scrag, which is, or 8 of 9 with Scrag. And then Merlin picks up another piece. Taylor gets a little bit of furniture, which I don't think we have enough to unlock the rest of her room yet. But guys, I never thought I would say it, but we're inviting Oscar, guys. We're bringing in Oscar, we're bringing in Thane. So we'll continue to stack up this tower with the heroes we have here. Lee's done. We'll go, I'm going to build out Thane's room up here. Yeah, I know, the engraving system. So even when you guys think, so look at the sheer cost of the engraving system, which, I mean, we've covered a lot of times, the cost of the engraving system. The big thing is, so if you're bringing the engraving system to these 4 factions, I mean, you're talking 15, 30, 60 heroes? Roughly, let's just say 60 heroes. I don't have any engraving mats. I have almost 0 engraving mats. If they drop it to the rest of the factions, there's nothing I can do because I don't have any engraving mats. I don't have engraving mats for anything because they're not giving us enough mats. I might be able to gain, I'd say probably 3 to 5 levels, but we're not going to be able to make progression with those regular factions. I don't even have enough to take Eins all the way to a plus 60. I'm out of mats. I don't have anything at this point. Yep, Scrag 9 of 9, guys. I should have put Scrag to 9 of 9 a while ago, honestly, just with his cards, because Scrag 9 of 9 is very, very strong, guys. It is a necessity if you're running Scrag, which we do within that invade team. It works really well. So here we'll drop him out of the wish list. So another hero completed, guys. We're gonna have to go down, I think, pretty deep to who we're actually building now. We can put Hodgkin in here because we know for a fact we are going to build him. We could put Thorin in here too. We want to build out Thorin as well. Thorin is not a necessity to have that 9 of 9, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna bite the bullet here. We're gonna go with Sophia. I know we've been waiting and it's actually been weeks to go ahead and max her out there, but I want to drop her out of the wish list instead of just setting her in there for a couple more weeks, because I want to drop her out and I want to put Thorin in there so we can finish him out. So that gives us 2 more maxed out heroes, guys, which is awesome. I think in total it gives us 282 red pieces of furniture. Is getting garrison heroes worth it? Tinu, absolutely. Garrison heroes, it is completely worth it, especially if it's Eins, if it is Albedo, if it is Ezio. Those heroes are completely worth getting out of the garrison if you didn't get them originally. Eins especially. Eins is the very, yep, exactly. If you don't have him, absolutely get Eins, guys. Eins is one of the, by far the strongest hero in AFK Arena. Honestly, he is just an absolute monster. I took him to a plus 31, my first ever plus 31 signature item, because we had the mats, because all of these guys are at a plus 30, just going through the list. So they're ready. I have to build him. The only one I didn't build was Nakaruru, which we're just kind of sitting right now because we have a lot of other heroes, including Hodgkin, which is going to take priority over there. Yes, just like Harry said, guys, get Eins ASAP. Again, it's going to be really interesting to see exactly what this engraving system looks like when it comes to the other factions, because you could have a hero theoretically like Almas that gets a really awesome skill 4 and a really game-changing skill 4 here for his life torrent. Could make him viable. It's really up to see what Lilith is going to do with it, but it would be interesting. So this one, we changed up the formation a little bit. This is the Flora Stages. We have to beat all 5 stages, guys, to advance. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to start running this one to hopefully get this one completed. And then we're going to go ahead and answer a lot of questions during this time, because it's really easy when we got to run the campaign in here quite a bit. Look at that, guys. Seisna, a brand new subscriber to the channel, thank you for joining me. This is the combination where people, instead of using Tassie down here, they've been using Hodgkin, and it's been working incredibly well. We had Silas in here, which we could drop Silas in here again, but we're going to try this a couple times, see what we can do, see if we can get this one done, which, looking at my level, we should be able to. There we go, guys, which is awesome. My prince is at 38 engraving, just from what I got from Labyrinth and what I buy. Yeah, Pico, but the problem is, so you got prince to 38, but how are you going to take the other 86 heroes up to anything, really, which is tough. It's just so expensive. This is the team comp that Trisha gave us last week. We did finish this one. Again, with Thor and Cheese, it'll take a little bit of time, but I really feel like this is the team comp that we're going to get this down. And look at that, guys. The first time around. Look at that. Big shout out again to Trisha for getting that team comp. 659. This was the cheese comp for Thorin. I love it. That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. This one, again, the reason we got 9 of 9 Sophia. Brutus in this combination works well, even though he isn't leveled up that much, because of the immunity shield, which you'll see in just a second. They'll dump all the damage into him, and he's immune. It doesn't do anything because he's completely immune. There it is. There's Trisha. Yep, absolutely. Got that one done. The first try, which was awesome. Eins is nothing without Albedo. Honestly, Hacken, I use Eins a lot without Albedo. On a couple of other accounts. My free-to-play account doesn't have Albedo. I run Eins, if you've seen my other video, I run Eins with Damon, and it works super well. It does work incredibly well. This one, we're going for the Mahira Rose combination here, and also Oden to try to burn out some of the ultimate abilities, which Leica is just there for the quick boost. But there's the stun from Rowan. Boom. Got the other Mesmerize ability. There's another one. I think this team can get it done. Yeah, I know. On the first try, usually with the Thor and Cheese, it takes forever. That one we were really lucky with. And this one, I know it is going to take a little bit of time, but I know we can get it done. Even there, Leica didn't die this time. So that makes a big difference. And there's the stun again with Rowan. Rowan is just the absolute monster, guys. To try to take down Rowan, it's so tough. There we go. Got that one done. Is Oden worth the plus 30? Absolutely. A Bloody Star. Oden is probably the biggest priority. See you later, Javid. Have a great day. I know you've been traveling a lot. Oden absolutely is one of the biggest priorities. He is just an absolute monster, guys. When it comes to how well Oden performs, he's probably one of the top Graveworn, top 2 maybe with Damon. Heroes to build. He is just the displacement that he does. And even here, the plus 30, absolutely, guys, because attack rating by 5%, haste by 4 points, stacking 15 times, that's massive. That is absolute massive stats. I have my Belinda all maxed out. Belinda's a hero that does really well early game, mid game. Once you start getting further, Belinda's damage falls off quite a bit. So unfortunately, it makes it really hard to run Belinda because her damage falls off. It falls off considerably. What's my opinion on Athalia? Athalia is a super strong. Athalia is kind of like Nara. You can utilize her to target a specific hero, which is what people do. So even a formation like this, if you wanted to target Taylene, if you wanted to target Brutus, Athalia can target a specific hero, which is the reason why she is super strong. When you have Athalia completely built out, she is just a monster, guys. An absolute monster with that bleed effect. She does damage super fast, super strong, consistent, and then her ult, especially if you have that furniture, does phenomenal. I'm in 34 and she's still amazing. Yeah, but you'll find, and so I ran Belinda till about chapter 30 when I ran Belinda with Rose. Then I swapped out Belinda with Gwen, and it was an absolute game changer with the amount of damage that she was putting out. It was kind of crazy to see exactly how much more damage another hero would do. Do good, Fooly. What's going on? This one, again, we might have to change up a little bit of the formation. Usually we can make it work. But Gwen is super tough in this back row, guys. Let's see. This is a good team because of the pull. A lot of times Lucy can get this done, which let's swap. Skarath. I think this one might work. We know Nara's going to be a pain. We just got to get through the Brutus shield. There we go. We got it. Yeah, Damon is a beast through endgame. Damon is a beast. Early game works super well. I'm wondering here, see, this one isn't going to work either. Let's go with this one. We'll see. Oh, yeah. Another new subscriber in here, guys. Thank you for subbing to the channel. Might have to rethink some of these teams. I got everything set for the, see, Tassie's getting confined there. And dealing with Falks, guys, a lot of players don't like Falks. Falks is pretty tough to deal with. But if we can get a sleep off here with Tassie, or even a banish. Well, Pharrell got confined, which we can fix that. One of the cheeses, guys, if you guys don't know, this is a really good artifact, which I guess I didn't put gear on Pharrell. But you can actually swap on the Shroud, and we'll swap it off of there. The Shroud will keep him from getting confined. So when it goes on here, see the shield around him? So it pretty much nullifies what Falks can do because of that confine ability. It makes a big difference in there. Also, is it just me, or have I not been able to get my Saurus to heal the rest of the team? So Pico, the big thing with Saurus is Saurus does have to have his 5 stacks. So not just that plus 30 signature item. He has to accumulate those stacks to be viable. If you have anyone who, let's swap. If you have anyone who interrupts him, those stacks will drop. So if you continuously lose the stacks on him, he will be super ineffective. It won't even make a difference in there because he'll be ineffective. Let's see the Einstein. And again, I know a lot of these, it just takes a while to get through here. It takes a lot of RNG and a couple attempts. Yeah, like I said, Pico, Saurus does have to have those 5 stacks, his 5 little swords above his head, or it doesn't heal. It has to be maxed out. I feel like Desira is a cheaper version of Merlin. Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of a cheaper version of Merlin. The big thing with Desira is she heals pretty slow. That is why a lot of players don't like her very much or haven't found the utility in there, is because she does heal relatively slow. And in here, guys, we're just getting kind of destroyed. But again, it's just going to take a little bit of RNG to get the ults off. There we go. Do you still spend on the pay-to-play account? No, Solo Wave. Ever since Engraving has come out, we haven't swapped or we haven't done anything. We have not put a penny into this ever since the Engraving. So I'm not sure Thorn Cheese is really going to work here. The Mahira is so cool, but definitely needs Rose on this one. We might have to swap something in to take care of Iran. Or actually to take care of Mizoth. Mizoth is going to be a absolute pain in this one. PSA build Hodgkin. There you go. Hodgkin out heals Desira endgame. So another way to have Desira just go ahead and take a back seat, unfortunately. Like I said, Desira, it seems she heals too slow. And I mean, that's a lot of feedback that I've gotten from guildies and other players, that her heal is entirely too slow, which is why players have not liked her. Is the slow heal. Change Oden to Raku. Yeah, we can swap it up in there. Like I said, I really didn't plan on going through here too much. And look at Alna, guys. Alna's just a very, very cool unit. I think you should use Khazar with Mira. Yeah, we definitely can, Taz did. We have both of them built. I know we've swapped out a couple here. Oden works really well in here. Khazard does as well. And I think Khazard, we have him fully, yeah, he's almost completely fully built. But it's just getting the luck of the stuns and the luck of the crowd control. Of course, without getting completely run over just like that. Mizoth is the one in here. So a lot of players question about building Mizoth. He is really strong, guys. Again, just a hero that was a long time ago. I mean, when Mizoth came out, a lot of people that built him still utilize him to this day. But a lot of players that weren't around or didn't see Mizoth when he was out or when he was built don't use Mizoth at all. They really don't utilize him at all. But I like this formation. We could even swap out Cassie here. This is the team that I usually ran. Oden in this team. But I know with Iran down here. There's the slow. And Grez is pulling up the minions like crazy. See, let's swap. Let's see if we can get Damon. Exactly. I was hoping he wouldn't get bursted down so fast. Any teams that you fight, just similar to Flora, when you're fighting Tassie, it's a pain to fight Tassie. And even Damon fully maxed out, guys. Iran just absolutely destroys it. But Oden is so fast with the cast. It's awesome. Yeah. That's what I was thinking, Sheen Evil. I know with the crowd control with Mizoth. I think this team can get it done. We just have to get lucky with some of the CC. I think we can make it work. Desira early game is one. Yeah, Desira will work early game, and that's kind of the big thing. Desira will work really well early game because you don't have that many options. When you start getting more options, it makes it a lot easier to see exactly what heroes are good when you have a couple support heroes to kind of put it up against. Put Damon instead of Oden in that comp for the percent damage on Mizoth and Cirrus and Oden in the Grez. Well, most of them I don't have maxed out if you're looking. Put Damon instead of Odin in that comp. Oh, and put Damon in this comp? Is that what you're thinking? Pharrell can dodge Iran if he survives the pull. Yeah, we can swap that up to the bottom. Because Pharrell will have the shield too. Oh, he didn't even get pulled anywhere. Hopefully he can get some... See, the Vortex is just straight up killing him, even with the shield. I just hope Damon's shield here should be able to do it. Because they're not going to be able to burn through Damon very quick with that blood shield. Look at the shields Grez throws up, guys. And again, chasing Tassie down. There we go. Currently upgrading Ainz and Albedo from SI 20 to 30. Yeah, Ainz and Albedo will be awesome. Absolutely awesome. This one, oh, we're dealing with Maulers. And again, this one because of Scrag. Scrag, this team's not going to work because of the crowd control aspect on there. But he was frozen. Look at Khazar, guys. Absolutely just going to work. 194, 159. So keeping everyone CC'd with this combination. Khazar, 200 million damage. And he is super heavy crowd control as well, which is cool to see. So this one, we're going to have to put in some other heroes, which we can. I mean, in here, we've seen quite a few different heroes in here. So I've seen formations where we had Taylene in here. I've seen formations where we had Flora in here, all with the Thorn Cheese. I've been using Afk Helper, and I checked it out quite a bit. So stacking heroes up here. We can make, I think we're going to have to move to Link. I think that's one of the big things, because there we linked Pharrell, which is exactly what we wanted to do. But not going to take down Isolde that easy. It's okay. We'll get there. Show your progression in the towers, please. I think they're around 400. I do not have Zolrath. We have him, but he's not built up enough to be effective. And here, guys, it's going to be Isolde. See, look how much of a monster Isolde is, guys. I'm thinking if, well, let's try this one. I want to see if Isolde can put some damage into Thorin. If we can kill him out early, there we go, guys. Boom. Is it better to... Afk Helper. So, Afk Helper is a website that they built. I think Lilith built it or some people. So what it does is it just shows you combinations of the winning formations. So when you look at a stage and you can look at like the winning formations that are in here, it shows you just a list of winning formations and the levels that they were won at. So you can just see exactly the formations that players were running and at what level they were completing stages. That's all Afk Helper is. It doesn't do anything else except just shows you the same thing that it shows you with the winning formation. But it does work. Can Khazar be a carry unit in any team? He can. So Khazar CCs relatively quickly, which is what a lot of players build him for or utilize him for. It does work. Just like most of the other heroes, though, he has to have a really strong investment. He has to have a really high investment, especially with that plus 30 signature item, to be effective. And here, if you guys notice, watch Baden. If one minion comes up behind Ainz, he's dead from literally one minion. He just gets destroyed. And even here, guys, Arthur, I need to do some engraving on Arthur, I feel, just to get him strong enough to take one crit, and Arthur's pretty much gone, even being completely decked out. But here, Prince can sometimes get this done because of the chain stuns. We should be able to get this one, though. Lucretia pull here. Yeah, we could do the Lucy pull. Because again, you use Baden in the campaign. Baden does absolutely nothing. You fight Baden and he is just a nightmare. Which we could swap this out. We can do some Iran, Sophia, and all of our friends here. We have Scrath. Then we could even drop Lucy in here. This 5-pole I like a lot, just because the power that continues to build with Lucy. Until Oscar kills her. I have Max Khazar done up to 30 SI909 T3 engraving. 30, very nice. See guys, look at Sheen Evil. I'm putting the very, very high investment in there on Khazar. Definitely pays off. I forget what stage are you in, Sheen Evil. I think like 40. I think it was around 40 or something. For what chapter you're in. Merlin is necessity for Arthur. Yeah, we can swap. We kind of went back and forth on there with both of them. So 36.55. Again, here we're going to pull with the Thorn Cheese, which is going to be funny. But remember, guys, Sophia changed stuns with those scatter bolts. 303 million damage from Sophia. That chain stun ability in there is pretty strong with those scatter bolts. All right, guys, let's see what we got here. So looks like a good opportunity to pull and cheese. Khazard is my favorite. Yeah, I love Khazard. Khazard is very, very cool. We might have to swap sometimes like this. Putting Lucy in the back a lot of times will allow her to cheese. I don't like fighting Thane either. Thane's another one in the campaign. But they got the Brutus shield up. There we go. Got it done. I'm going all in on Titus myself. Yeah, Titus is really strong too. The big thing with Titus is when he was released, he's one of the only heroes. Are we utilizing Merlin somewhere? Oh, he's fused. That's why. I don't even remember who we fused him with. But remember, with Silas's plus 30, it'll give Ainz a big boost in the attack. As long as he keeps his hit points, that is. But not too bad on that one. 38. Yeah, chapter 38, Sheen Evil. Is Prince 9 of 9 worth it, or should I say for Alna 9 of 9? Out of those two, Dylan, I would absolutely go with Alna. Alna is a much, much higher priority than what Prince is. They'll both do really well, but Alna, absolutely, guys. Alna's a hero you want to build as soon as possible. Just like a lot of other heroes, the sooner you build her, the better it's going to perform. Honestly. Do you have Orthos? He is great in Lucy. Yeah, we have Orthos. We could actually pop Orthos in there for the AoE 5-pole stun. It would probably work in there pretty well too. Yeah. Khazar doesn't need the investment. Plus 30 is all that matters. So the big thing with Khazar is if you're pulling him in there like with the Mahira combination with support, is a little bit different than if you're utilizing him as your main damage dealer. And that's honestly where it makes a big difference, is what you're utilizing the heroes for. Will be interesting. It's always interesting to see. When engraving comes to the 4 basic factions, what heroes do you think will benefit? I think a lot of the core heroes will benefit greatly from the engraving system. Your Oden, your Daemon, your Pharrell, a lot of the heroes that we already utilize, it'll make them that much stronger. Honestly, where you know, if Oden's putting out a significant amount of damage right now, you throw in the engraving system and he's putting out more damage. It seems like there's going to be a point where it kind of gets crazy with the amount of damage that they're going to be putting out. Honestly. Yeah, I would absolutely say for Alna. Is Titus a unit worth investing in heavily? Um, Titus is, and I think you mean this Titus, not the other Titus. Titus does really well. The big thing here is the Battle Howl. So he can crowd control a lot of enemies, which is strong, especially when you're looking at the Scrag Invade. When you're looking at a couple different combinations, Titus will do very well. He does very well. He does really well in the Mauler Tower. Anything to provide crowd control in AFK Arena does well, honestly. Yeah, we have Orthos. We built out Orthos. He's pretty well built at this point. I built Orthos when I built Flora. So building those two together. There's this one. So we won the first two. Let's see. I'm just wondering the crowd control aspect. Because I feel like this is a team that we could do that would do some solid damage as long as everyone doesn't die off the bat. And again, I didn't prep any of these teams. I haven't looked at what the team comps look like, what they're fighting against. Anything of that nature right here. Oh, have a good day, Antonio. Thanks for joining us. You're wrong in the Terminus team. She is great, 39. Most monsters need protection, though. Yeah, here, if the front line's dying too quick, even with the damage mitigation that Rowan brings. But see, that was a quick mesmerize there. Didn't really seem to make that much of a difference. We're losing Rowan too quick. But again, with Khazar, it is a little bit of RNG with him. Just because, remember, the crits that Khazar does is what produces the stuns, the freezes. So there we froze like it in the back line, which again, just based on the crits in there. Why Alna has trash rates. Main account, Stargazer Twins. Yeah, Alna, it depends. Honestly, it's the same rates across the board. But when I summoned for Alna, I was super lucky with getting copies of Alna. Honestly, I was really, really lucky with getting copies of Alna. Which this one, so we're going to link the front to the back, which would be fine. We're just going to have to look out for Tassie. See, we're not going to be able to... Yeah. Not going to cheese this one like we did last time. I could see it working with some of the other ones, but again, we'll check it out. What should I go for next, Khazard or Zafriel? Honestly, I would go for Khazard if you're looking to do the campaign. Khazard does really well in the campaign. Zafriel is used in some stages. I've heard he's kind of niche, but if you're looking to PvP, a lot of people will do Zafriel for that PvP aspect of it. Even here, I feel like if we were doing just a little bit more damage in here. And there's the Floral Spectres from Solus. Of course, the Shields of Enochian here. What's going on, Tino? Mythic Khazard and then do Zolrath. Yeah, Zolrath I still need to build. Zolrath is similar to my my Mizoth. I don't have them built, and I haven't built them on any account. And what astrologer will you do now when Moriel is done? When Moriel is done, Moriel is almost completely done, guys. I'm thinking once Moriel is completed, that I'm not going to build the tank. So Moriel will be done. Athelia will build in the shop. I think it's going to have to be Zolrath. I know we're pretty close here. We need 4 more copies of Zolrath and he will be done. We've built him up a little bit, but I've seen Zolrath being utilized in a lot of other places and utilized in a lot of formations. I feel like if I had Zolrath, I would use him more, but as of right now, I don't. Let me know what you think, Sheen Evil. If you think Zolrath would be a good option, I think Zolrath is going to be a pretty good option there. But again, I don't have them built. I'm wondering here if we could get maybe some Tassie CC. I think we might have to come back and finish these last couple stages because Solus is crowd controlled down there. We can get a sleep off in here. I feel like it would do well. Yeah, Oscar might be the absolute game changer. It would be funny if they just super juiced Oscar with the engraving system. It would be hilarious to see if Oscar was absolutely the new meta with the engraving system. 100%. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is Zolrath. Again, he's a hero I've never built. So I feel like he would be a solid build to go ahead and have. And again, I'm waiting to see what the impact is when it comes to the engraving system, honestly. To see when it comes to the 4 other factions. You can swap Daemon position instead of spamming retry. You can swap Daemon up front. I love his blood shield, guys. Daemon the entire game is just crazy with how strong he is. And again, he's one that as the enemies get stronger, he gets stronger. So it's a really good trade-off. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Zolrath. And you know what? I already have him at Mythic. So he's not going to be too far off to build just because he's already built to that point. So he's already built to a pretty decent point in there. So to finish him off again is not going to be super expensive. What's going on? Keanu. Like Keanu Reeves? I just noticed that. I love Keanu. Royal Butler gets his room next to guest. Yeah, exactly. So the Butler Oscar can serve everybody up. I think you need something here to stop that static field. Yeah, we could pop Nara in here, actually. Which could make a big difference. And a lot of players do underestimate Sophia as well, which I think Nara, that was the problem last time. We have Nara attached to somebody else. We're going to have to change up some of these heroes. Now that I have Oscar and a couple other heroes, it'll be a lot easier to swap out. I don't even remember who Nara is fused with, but we can drop a hero like Nara out or fuse with somebody else because now we have Oscar and a couple other ones that we'll be able to utilize. So, but that'll just about do it. We're not going to be able to get through here. We only have a couple minutes left of our 1 hour live stream. So we'll collect up a little bit of our loot here. But again, I don't want to forget about Nara. So where is Nara? Because I don't know who. There's Gwen. We don't use Gwen anymore. Those are all keys. There's Oden with Albedo, but we got the key there. Ainz with Shamira. We don't use Shamira for literally nothing. Queen with Thorin. We have a key there, which I think I might swap him out because I don't use him with anything either. And then he is with Khazar. That's why we couldn't use him. A couple of these heroes, again, I couldn't even tell you. I think when we first bought Merlin, we utilized him. So we'll go down here and look at some heroes that we don't use within the campaign, such as Citrana. We can fuse these two together. Citrana I don't use any of the Maulers really, but that will free up being able to use Merlin in there as well as Khazar since we're doing the cheese. And again, this is the first time I've ever done the cheese, the Thorin cheese. And again, big shout out to Trisha, but I think so there is Nara. Nara is with Prince. Again, I'm gonna have to play with this just a little bit because we'll take out the key. which now it's not even going to make a difference. So even if we go here with Nara, even if we go with, well, you have to make sure they're leveled. That's the other thing. So we definitely don't use her at all. Cecilia we don't utilize in there, so we'll have that. So I think we're going to be good with our fusion. Does Rowan need a 3 furniture? Absolutely not. Rowan doesn't need any furniture, guys. It's very a very slow heal there. What units are missing from the upcoming AE between Hodgkins and Dres to 9? That's really, I think about it. Hodgkin we have to build. Dres, I know we need to build up a little bit. Dres does exceptionally well when it comes to the Abyssal Expedition because he has his own survivability. That's really the big thing. Use Oden with Grez Alna alongside Silas. Okay, yeah. Nianu, that's definitely one that we'll use. How does the Thorin cheese work against every enemy, and what relics to Soren? So what we did was using Thorin, we utilized the call, so that way he has more energy. And we also put the call on Lorzin. Wherever he is at, we put the call on Lorzin, and then we put the call on Kelthar as well. So he's got the call as well. Because remember, if you have that 5-star call, restores 16 energy. If he dies, it is shared. So any energy that both of them have is actually shared. So let's see here. What other heroes do we not utilize in there? We used Kelthar. We could use Namora in there. We could use actually Theowen for that Thorin cheese. Saurus we do not use. With speed, well, we won't use Rain in there either. So we'll go ahead and we'll fuse these two. So I think we're good. I think we reset everything that we needed to in here to go ahead and get that set. So engraving is unlocked. All right. So with Gwen, not a big use there. Got a key, it doesn't matter. Have a key, doesn't matter. I don't use Isabella in there. I still haven't built really Isabella. Oden, we have a key. There we don't utilize Shamira. Thorin, we do use now. Rain, we do not use. Cecilia, we do not use. Citrina, we do not use. So we could be good. Might go ahead and just throw the key in here. Just because Queen we could use because we do have Joker as well. We have them pretty well built, but we're not going to use Rain. So that way we don't have to worry about it anymore for the heroes we want to use, which would be awesome. What's going on from Thailand? Rain is used in the Thorin cheese. I've never used Rain in the Thorin cheese. That's actually, I don't think I've seen Rain in a Thorin cheese. That's actually pretty funny. We might have to change that one up again if that's the case. I've never used Rain in the Thorin cheese. Well, we don't use Joker either. So even there, I mean, we don't use Joker and I don't use Queen at all. So we can still drop Rain in that Thorin cheese, which would be completely fine because again, we don't use Joker in there either, which is awesome. But pick up our loot. Oh, very nice, guys. We got some more tier stones. I've been using them all. We've actually ran out of tier stones lately. Looks like we got some more mythic gear in there as well. So not too bad overall. Guys, we got 4 more stages and 36 will be done. Not sure how tough this last stage is going to be, but then we'll be right into 37. Big thing we want to complete is why we're really pushing the campaign. You too, Reggie. Always good to see you when you join a stream. Is the Misti Valley. So the big reason for pushing 37 is, of course, right down here. We want to get another T3 stone by completing chapter 36, which will be awesome to go ahead and finish that one out. There's a ton of loot to be had in here, guys. Make sure that you always complete the Misti Valley. The loot in here is just absolutely crazy with the amount of poke coins and the stones that you get out of there. Island of Solitude, very easy. You get more than enough energy to go ahead and finish out the Island of Solitude, which is nice. Summer Gifts is just going to take a couple more days. We still have, I believe, 22 days left, so you get a free hero out of here. I personally am going to be picking up Zolrath. So my logic behind this is every copy that I'm going to get of Zolrath is saving me the 250,000 challenger tokens. I know it might trade it off for the Stargazer cards, but also out of here, I am building Athalia currently. So we're still building Athalia out of here to have her. And we're building Zolrath out of here because those are the two that we're missing. So looking at the amount of Challenger tokens you get, we're still going to have a long time to go ahead and build these. It's going to be a long time to build those. And then once they're built, we want to build Flora to go ahead and max her out. And then the extra copies we get of Flora, we can, of course, drop them in the replaced heroes if we do get extra copies that Lilith gives us. Hey man, what is a good Grez Alna comp? So Grez Alna can be run a couple of different ways. I've been running like this. So I ran Damon in here, which seemed to work pretty well. But running Grez in here, a lot of players in here also run Silas in here, which we can do now. Just because Silas will keep them alive and Silas will increase the attack rating. So this team is a pretty strong team because in here now we can drop Merlin because we fixed all of our heroes that are going together. Even down here with Thorn Cheese, if we're not using Flora, we could always pop in Rain. There you go. So Rain is in there just to increase the 30% attack on one of these heroes here. And again, with Lorazim, we do the link. Here we can pull everyone together, but it'll be interesting for another time to see exactly what we're going to. Who to pick for a free-to-play new account? If you have a new account in here, absolutely Lucy. Guys, if there's ever a hero you want to build and you want to build first, copies of Lucy. The more copies that you get of Lucretia, the better. She's a hero that can solo teams by herself when you get her built, which is the reason she is the really, really big priority. What's going on, Ben? From Shanghai. I love using Joker. He does just a little less damage than Einstein. Lucas, I've went kind of back and forth. The big thing with that is I have so many heroes. There's so many heroes in here is really the big thing. I'm sure there's a couple combinations that I could work in there. Like I said, just Queen we built out just because I love how she looks. I like her abilities. Joker we're building out as well, where we just need a couple more pieces of furniture. We could work a couple different angles, a couple different teams. I feel like as we get further, as we get into 37, we'll probably have to switch up quite a bit of the gear, switch up quite a bit of the team comps to really fit more along the unique comps instead of running exactly what we are. So there'll be a couple different changes. And what's going on, Eva? We have another new subscriber to the channel. Thank you for subbing. She's used in almost every Thorin cheese comp. Okay, so Rain is. And Joker is used for Raku and Ain's comps endgame as well. Yeah, again, we'll have to set it up. Once we get through 36 into 37, we can kind of reevaluate where exactly we're at and see what is working down here right around the levels we are, what heroes we have, because Ain's is working right there. Lucretia is working there. Here is the Thorin cheese with Flora, which works. Pippa, and this is another combination that I've seen in here a lot, is running Pippa or Oden in the Thorin cheese, and then with Aziz because of the energy battery there. Here is, look at that, Mahira with Raku, so interesting combination there. And they're running Isolde, maxed out Isolde in this combination, which is good, but I didn't see any Alna. I'm thinking maybe there's no Alna in here. So again, there's a lot of different combinations that we can definitely run, which we're going to. I'm in chapter 34 with Satu's carry. Want to swap him for Damon. Chapter 24, I would probably wait to use the swap scroll because I don't know how much you have them invested in there. That's really the big thing is with the swap scroll, you want to make sure that you're swapping it for a significant investment. And the hero is not too easy just to go ahead and swap another one. What is my PvP comps? Guys, I don't PvP. I don't even know what is in here right now, honestly, for my PvP comps. It's been a while. So here we were doing Damon with Saurus. These PvP comps are probably just absolute garbage. I haven't changed these in months. I mean, honestly, I would probably say months. I'm in 6th right now. We got a victory right there. We got 2 defeats. If I really focused on this, put some time and effort into the comps, again, I don't. I don't PvP at all. I don't do this. I collect my coins every day, but I don't attack these. This is usually when people attack me. But for PvP, I'm completely off the grid when it comes to PvP, guys. Honestly, I'm so far out of it with PvP. What's going on, Abdullah? Is Elite Mahira good work with Raku? Yeah, again, Mahira will work. The big thing with Mahira is her ability. Even if you don't have her built up to where I have her built, this is the ability. Regardless of if you have her at Mythic, if you have her at Ascended 5 stars, this is the ability. It is going to affect teams with the same duration, regardless of how well she is built, resulting in the teams killing themselves. This is what I was waiting for tier stones for. So now we got our tier 2. And then I'm still waiting to build out Merlin to finish him out. I need 2 more pieces of gear and we'll have them all tier 3. And you don't have to build Merlin out this much. I just do because, as many of you know, Merlin and Arthur are my 2 favorite heroes of lore, of mythology, of whatever you want to talk about. But they're 2 of my favorite. Absolutely. Yeah, Hodgkin, we're going to build. He is a hero that right now we are saving all of our resources for. So he will be one that we're going to build relatively quick. Once we get more diamonds, that desired summons out of there. Once we go through and clean out the Misti Valley, as well as the Isle of Gold, that's coming pretty soon. I'm saving all of my resources to build him up right now. So we have a couple emblems. We have enough of these, enough of these. Red emblems, we're slacking a little bit, but we already have him in here to try to pull some of his furniture. So again, we'll try to build him out relatively quick. Honestly, I would love to see him, and I'd love to see him build relatively quick. A lot of players have been utilizing him. We're saving the free option right now because I do want to test him out, and I want to test him out in a couple different formations to see exactly how well he does. Yeah, but 200 Damon does higher damage than my 240 Ascended. So the big thing with Saurus is if you're running Saurus, is Saurus will be used in the battles in here, the guild bosses, and they'll be used in the Twisted Realm until you have other heroes that are much higher. Saurus will be utilized for a lot of AFK Arena. Honestly, until you have Twisted Realm heroes built, Saurus can cheese with twins pretty well, and it does work really good. Any thoughts on Flora? I use Flora. I like Flora. Flora we took to a plus 60 engraving. Flora is maxed out plus 30, 9 of 9. I like Flora. I love the way that she works, her utility. I use Flora. I really do like Flora. What's going on, Falling Crystal? Take Oden or Skarath. Oden. Absolutely, Michael. Oden, plus 30 signature items. Skarath does not need it. Skarath will do the pull. Even here, I just stayed at a plus 20 for him. This will do a little bit of damage, but a majority of the time, Skarath will die really early. The plus 20, the 3 of 3 is, or 3 of 9 is a necessity for him, or he is absolutely pointless for Skarath. How much would you build Merlin? Merlin is a hero that will absolutely perform well. Building him plus 20 is good, plus 30. This ability now targets 2 allies, so this makes a big difference. And then, of course, his furniture. Guys, this is huge. The Destiny Foreseen, so he will ult when he comes into battle, meaning they are going to get a massive damage reduction for the entire team, 35% when he enters battle. 9 of 9 furniture for Merlin, absolutely. 35% reduction, again, at the start of battle. When he walks onto the field, he will actually ult, which is awesome. That is super, super strong. And then, of course, his 3 of 9, the Destiny Foreseen, is extended by 50%, meaning this damage reduction is going to be for longer, which is good. Yep, Merlin 309 is must for endgame. Exactly. So he's a hero you want to max out. Doubling the effect of his ability here. So now targeting 2 allies instead of 1. And then, of course, ulting in the beginning. makes a big difference, guys. Mahira or Khazar to Mythic. I would do Khazar. Yeah, I think Nianu's answering a question, but yeah, Khazar is always a good choice because Mahira, again, even if she's not at Mythic, she will do well. What are those red and blue cards in inventory? So they are Lilith's attempt for the pay to win. These cards, surprise hero coupons, surprise choice cards, and surprise coupons. So they gave us these cards for making previous purchases to get free stuff on new purchases. So it's a way to entice people to spend more money. And this was kind of the couple months ago of the writing on the wall to go heavy pay to win, because they gave us all these to entice people to buy more packs. And it only comes in the promo packs, like the $50 or $100 promo packs. Can I redeem these cards? Which again, you got to spend $50 or $100 to get a little bit more resources out of those cards. I don't think I've heard you say anything about RC cramming. Do you use it or prefer not? What do you mean, Nikon? By RC cramming? 100% best user depends on. Yeah, and guys, you know, just like what Nianu was talking about, a lot of AFK Arena is what you want to build. You know, there's a lot of players that love Mizoth and absolutely will build Mizoth, will max out Mizoth. He will work really well. You know, may not be the highest priority when it comes to the heroes, but ultimately it's who you want to build. Honestly, when should I use the swap scroll? So my swap scroll sits right here. I haven't utilized my swap scroll. I'm probably not going to. The big thing is you want to make sure the swap scroll is worth the benefit that you're swapping. So we've said this a couple times. So if you're looking at a hero that I have, let's say this. So Belinda doesn't have any furniture. Belinda does have 5 stars there, or 4 stars. So she has a plus 20 signature item. So swapping this with another hero would only bring the plus 20 signature item in the stars. With desired heroes, with select summons, with, you know, everything of that nature, it's easy to build heroes on here. Honestly, it's really easy to build heroes. It just takes a little bit of time. Plus 20 signature item is another thing that is relatively easy to get. Now, when it comes to the furniture is a lot more difficult to get. So Belinda right now is a hero that I would not use a swap scroll on, just because the only thing you're really swapping are a couple stars, which again are pretty easy to get, and a lower level signature item. Now, if she had furniture, if she had a higher level signature item, I would swap scroll her with somebody just because of how I built her. But since she isn't really built that high, I wouldn't use the swap scroll on. Speaking of there with Mizoth, max him out on an alt. Yeah, there you can max him out on an alt and just borrow him. That's very true. Again, we're going to have to see what heroes come. I still don't have Leofric. I don't think I have Leofric yet. I do not have Titus yet, which a lot of people get Titus confused with, of course, with Titus or with him. With Titus and Titus, Titus and Titus. So a lot of people do get confused. And look at those gold stars, guys. That's level 100 engraving. I love the shimmering stars, which is cool. But again, that is super expensive there. All right, guys. So a couple more questions and we will be done with the live stream for today. Investing your diamonds into buying EXP and dust crates that include buying them from the shop. I did that for a while. We actually bought these out of here for quite a while. We did the resets. Since we don't put anything into this account, it went with the engraving system. We haven't put anything in here. So even all of these cards are expired. All of the noble societies are expired. We have not put a penny into this account since the engraving system was released. Even buying these, we haven't picked up any of these. Again, since the engraving system has come out. So I haven't been doing the refresh in here because now I forcefully have to save diamonds to go ahead and pick up the new heroes. I want to I want to get Hodgkin, and we want to build out Hodgkin. So every one of my diamonds have been saved for the desired summons in here to go ahead and build him out. We got 4 more copies in here, but we're going to need diamonds. This used to provide us a pretty solid influx of diamonds when it came to the cards like this. I mean, this gave us 700 diamonds a day. So, you know, in the course of 10 days, yeah, you're talking 7,000 diamonds. In addition, with the monthly cards, we don't get any more. But the Noble Society gave us diamonds pretty much, as you can see, every day as well. But until the engraving system is fixed or changed, adjusted, we're not buying any of these in here. In this one, we did go with the engraving mats over here, just because we have a lot of heroes that are already built. We have a ton of heroes that are already built. So I want to get some of the engraving mats because we know engraving is coming to the other 4 factions. And there's a lot of heroes that I want to build out with the engraving system. Can you summon a Celestial Hypogen that you have it maxed out? You can summon, you can get more copies of if they are at 5 stars. Yep, you can get the extra copies out of there. With the God comp coming out of the meta, would you still recommend building Twins and Aziz? Yes, absolutely. Twins and Aziz are 2 heroes. My priorities, I always build the twins first. The big reason with the twins is you're going to use them with Saurus. They're utilized in pretty much every Twisted Realm battle. The twins are used in the Abyssal Expedition. It's used in pretty much everywhere you utilize the twins. And there's no other hero that really does what the twins do when it comes to the haste and this ultimate ability, Hope, which is crazy high. Aziz is another hero. He locks out ultimate abilities. He does provide a solid energy battery here. He provides a crowd control aspect, reducing the enemy attack rating. Again, not too many other heroes that do exactly what he does. He, in my opinion, is still the priority out of the shop. I would buy him out of the Challenger store first. It works really well with him. I have Chimera 2 stars plus 20 signature item and 3 furniture. I want to use to swap it. Abuela, that is probably a good change just because Chimera, short of the Twisted Realm boss, isn't used really anywhere else. If you don't have Daemon built at all, Daemon is going to help you a lot. And then essentially you can build Chimera in a little bit. Yeah, that's really the only place that Chimera is still utilized is the Twisted Realm. And for a lot of players, they've already been replaced by Moriel. So Moriel has replaced a lot of Chimeras in the Twisted Realm, unfortunately. With the Flora stage, I tried the Thorn Cheese in 200 plus tries and nothing. So with the Thorn Cheese, we did the triple. And again, removing his chest plate makes him take a lot more damage. He actually has Grez's gear on him right now. But if you have this 5 stars, you have to do the massive energy regen, which is the big thing. Zorath, Athalia, Orthos, priority order. Who is the best hero in AFK Arena? Honestly, best hero is either going to be Lucy. Lucretia does absolutely phenomenal, or it is going to be Ainz. One of the two are the biggest priority that people build right now, just because of their sheer strength within the combination. Why is the God comp? So the big thing with the God comp, which we used to run a lot of times, I don't even think we have it in here anymore. The big thing with the God comp is if you look, Swaggy, in the combination of the God comp heroes, you can put them into a lot of other formations and they will do very well. That's really the big thing, is you can take the heroes within the God comp and you can put them into other formations. Rowan's used in other formations. Aziz is used in other formations. Mahira, Rose combination is doing really well. Taylene can be used in other formations. Same with the twins. This team in its entirety is super expensive to build because you have 4 core heroes that can work successfully well in kind of lesser team comps, I guess, and work very well. And again, it seems like this team comp just kind of broke apart to give segue to other heroes that we have that it works better with than this team comp. So you can either get one solid team comp with the God tier comp, or you can build 3 other team comps that will work very well. Can I use swap scrolls for Celestials or Hypogens? No, you cannot. Unfortunately, you cannot. What's my guild boss combo? So I've been using with Belinda. Belinda's been really good. I wonder if anyone in here did another. And a big shout out to casuals, guys. Let's see if anyone in here. Usually they cap damage. No records present. No record. Nope, can't see anything in there. Some of the different team comps, there's been quite a few for the guild bosses. There's 3 primary ones. One centers around Belinda with Lorzen. A lot of people do use Saurus, and a lot of it just comes to level. So as you continue to gain levels in here, every hero across the board does more damage. When you continue to level up the Elder Tree, all of your heroes continuously do more damage, which in turn does more damage to the guild boss. You'll get to the point where you killed the guild boss. I have $50 gift card redemption. I'm not from the US. I don't know if you are from the US or not, but is there any way I could give you my account so you can get the pack? We tried it. Kate, it doesn't work like that. Even if I log in from the US from your account, Google Play has a way to it. It doesn't work. I am in the US. We tried it a couple because even some other accounts, we couldn't use it even if we changed where the IP address was. It's something weird. I don't know what it is, but it didn't work before. We tried it before, and it didn't work. And US gift cards don't work outside of the US, and even accounts. I know there's a way to like clone your VPN and stuff like that. I'm not familiar with it, but again, we tried it a couple times and it didn't work to redeem the gift card elsewhere. It didn't work. All right, guys, so that will do it for our stream for today. Again, guys, thank you guys for joining me for the time adjustment. I'm not sure if this time works a little bit earlier. Will Merlin be in the shop? So yes. So Merlin will be, according to what they have said, Merlin will be in the Challenger store, I believe, is where they are going to place him inside the Challenger store. Not sure if they're going to bring any other heroes with him, but he's going to be available once the redemption period ends. He's going to be joining, I believe it is the Challenger store. He'll be in the shop. I'm assuming it's going to be fragments, just like we've seen with Arthur, that they might do like the 4 rounds of fragments for 150 Challenger tokens each. So I don't know exactly if he's going to be in here or when he's going to be. What is the best light bearer? Rowan. Guys, Rowan is by far the best light bearer. Even when you start looking endgame, Rowan is the hero that players use, and Rowan is usually the only hero within the Lightbearer faction that players use. Sometimes Rose, just because of the Mahira comp that she's utilized in, but everybody else, I don't know. They're even all level 1 here. I don't know anyone else who uses any other heroes. Maybe Rain with the Thorin comp, but again, most of them they don't use. Yeah, definitely go and get them. Is Merlin worth waiting or exchanging? I would definitely exchange for him now. Anytime that you have an option to get a free dimensional hero, go ahead and redeem them. Absolutely go ahead and redeem them. The benefit far outweighs the resources you're going to spend if you're trying to pick them out of the garrison shop here. It's super expensive to pick them out of here, and you have to wait 6 months to get them for free. But all right, guys, so that will do it for our live stream for today, 36-56. When we come back, we're going to finish out 36. I'm really going to get the teams ready, built, geared, everything of that nature to go ahead and finish out chapter 36 so we can get into 37. That way we can finish out the Misti Valley and make sure that is all completed as well as everything else. So we got a lot more stuff coming, guys. I'm hoping the Island of Gold will be up tonight. We're going to have to see exactly how the build works, how the pillaging works with fighting camps, if pillaging is going to be worth it. Again, talk to the Soviet Gamer. Big shout out to him. And he said pillaging was good. You just have to find a town that is worth pillaging. So again, guys, that will do it for our stream for tonight. Have a great Sunday. I am off to get ready for our party today. We're going out to an amusement park that is right around here, so it'll be very cool as long as the rain has stopped. So again, guys, thank you guys for joining me for the stream. And as always, thank you guys for watching.